Hey friends, it's nice to see everyone once again. I am trying out something new today, and we are playing Will You Press the Button, which is a super fun game. This is one of our chill streams, so it's time for us to just sort of hang out and have some fun. Um, I believe it's working. I am not 100% sure. I'm never 100% sure whenever I try one of these live streams. It's always a very fun experiment for me, that's for sure. Um, and upon checking once again, it's super nice to see that we are in fact live and that everything is working the way it's supposed to. So, um, this is a very interesting experiment for us to see how streaming works. I am definitely curious as to how this is going to go. But before we get going anywhere, I just want to bring up the rules once again, just because this is a chill stream, so the rules are pretty lax. This is for us to have fun and for us to socialize. Also, it's really bonkers to me. I have the YouTube live stream pulled up in another window, and I see that there are 5 people watching, which is a lot right out the bat. I'm very excited that everyone could join us. If this is the first time you are in a live stream of mine, hi, it's nice to see you. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you stick around for other live streams. I'm getting into the business of live streaming pretty regularly, so this is going to be something that I do maybe every week or so. Chill streams are definitely not what I normally do, so they're a lot of fun, but I don't know how regularly I'm going to be doing them, especially because I'm going to be on Twitch starting tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But the rules for the chill stream are always pretty simple. It's nothing super complex. I just want people to be able to see them. I know that people can't see them, so I'm just going to summarize them. Um, be cool to yourselves and other people. Be nice. I probably messed up that order a little bit, but that's fine. Be nice to yourself and other people. Be cool and support the stream and each other. If you're having a fun time, feel free to check out the links in the description, just so that way you can see all of the places I'm in. It's a lot of places. I'm going to do my best to see if I can get the whole thing in front of the camera. I probably can't. This is always something that is exceedingly difficult for me to do. It's part of the reason why I like to write in big letters. But we are going to go ahead and start playing. I always try to bring the board back, Jessica. The board is as much a constant part of my streams as I am on most days. It's always fun trying to write on it because I am a very bad writer. Not actually like a bad writer, but when it comes to handwriting, my handwriting is less than great. So let's see how this goes. But we are now going to go ahead and start to play Will You Press the Button? This is a button that I myself fully intend to press because I really like the idea that I can just transfer things. For some reason, my stream on my little YouTube thing is acting up, but it doesn't seem to be acting up for everyone else. I can still see comments. So I'm going to assume that it's still working. But I really like this button. I am going to press it. It seems that people have been able to take a look at it, which is good. I'm excited for the fact that people have been able to see it. Let's see how many people press it. What are the statistics? So 80% of people did press the button and 20% did not. So that's a really interesting division. I personally, as a writer who really likes writing, would absolutely press this button, which is why I did. I do think the Comic Sans is a little bit of a silly font, but you know, whatever. Let's go on to the next button. Okay, you're able to make a comfortable living doing nothing but playing games professionally for the rest of your life. You'll be forever a virgin. If you have already lost your virginity, all memories of having had sex will be erased. Those who you slept with will also forget doing so. Honestly, I fully suspect that I would press this button. I am going to press this button myself in this just to see the statistics. I actually think that this is an interesting one. There's lots of asexual peeps that I know who would definitely do this. I also know a fair number of people who are not asexual who would do this just because playing video games for the rest of your life is a lot of fun. And I think that's a really cool way to make a living. So let's go ahead and press this one. Also, in the next few minutes, some automated tweets will definitely be sent out. So hopefully our little audience will grow. But it's super cool that there's so many people who are watching. Um, I am really loving the chat. It's super cool that peeps are active. Really like that. I stan it personally. So yeah, let's see. 43, ooh, 43, an almost even split. That's actually really interesting. I think it's curious that that's an almost even split. I would have thought that would have been more one-sided one way or another with that one. Huh. My asexual self likes that. Also, I like how the comments are score 1 for the asexuals. That's the top comment. Nice. Okay, gain the superpower of your choice, but smoke a pack a day until you die. Ooh, this is a really curious one. I honestly wonder what sort of an effect that would actually have on your health, depending on what sort of superpower you picked, especially because it's only one superpower. So that one is a little bit of a difficult one. It doesn't say that you get to choose multiple superpowers. It just says that you get to pick one. Dang. So I'm going to let this one sit here for a little bit because I suspect that the number of people who are chilling in the audience will grow in a second or two as like the tweets get sent out and stuff. I would really be curious as to what people's superpowers would be. I honestly don't know what mine would be, but I think it would probably be the superpower of teleportation. I think that'd be a really rad superpower. The ability to just teleport anywhere you want. Hey, Adam, I'm happy that you were able to make it. I know that it's like 2 a.m. where you're living, so I'm glad that you're here chilling with us today. We are currently having fun playing Will You Press the Button. Every once in a while, I'll remind people that I'm going to be on Twitch tomorrow. So if people really like the stream, they can check me out over on there, or I'm going to be playing an active video game and not something like this or Mad Libs where there's lots of little downtime. But I do think that this is a button that I personally would press. I do think that the ability to teleport would be such a dope superpower that, especially if it's like at will teleportation, that would be rad. I would do that. It would just be super cool. Adam has the galaxy brain play of commenting superpower, unlimited power creation. Nice. That's definitely a galaxy brain play. I approve of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and see. 40, oh wow, another 47% to 53%. That is curious. It's really funny that so many of these keep being really even splits. That's not normally how it goes. I pressed a few buttons before this just to make sure I understood how the website works, especially because I have a sort of like true dark mode extension on my Google Chrome that keeps this from just like blasting in my face. If I turn it off, which I will for a second, it's really, really bright, and then the light just sort of slams into my face. That glare is really killing me. And sometimes with the dark mode extension that I have, you are not able to press on things just because of the way that the app works or the extension works, which is really, really frustrating. But I do think that it would be cool to gain a superpower of your choice and then have to smoke a pack a day until you die. So yeah, let's go on to the next one right after I turn the dark mode back on so that way it's not, yeah. Ooh, food no longer affects your weight, but you stay the weight you are now forever. Oh, I'm not going to press that one because if I had that ability, I told you guys that I have the dark mode on. You see, it's back on now. The sheer intensity of that reaction made me chuckle. I'm very glad that people appreciate the efforts that I'm going to for them and also for myself. I'm glad that everything's back. I honestly would really like to press this button, but I am currently like I'm between 250 and 270. I'm like somewhere in that range. And I would definitely like to lose weight before I press this button. So I am going to say I will not be pressing this one. Yeah, and we will go over to next. So this one's actually less even of a split. It's 64% would, and then 36% would not. That's very curious. I like that. That's actually the ones that I saw originally. I know that in my stories, I do everything in meters and in like the better measurement system, but I don't know the conversion rate off the top of my head. I don't know how much I weigh in kilograms or whatever. I honestly have no idea. Okay. Ooh, this is really interesting. This is the veil of ignorance, which is a philosophical principle that talks about the ways that rules should be designed and talks about a way to be impartial while you are trying to create rules, which is the idea that you have to create a new rule and you have to think about how that would affect you, but then you have to position yourself in a sort of impartial position by saying that you have to think about how this rule would affect you. And if you were someone who didn't know anything, if you were someone who didn't have any actual political or socioeconomic power. 1 pound is about 1.5 kilograms. Okay, so then, Jesus, Adam, you really are very skinny. I did not realize just how skinny you were. So if it's about 1 to 1 point, if it's about a half conversion, I'm about 130 something kilograms. So yikes. That's that I'm a thick lad, very chunky. But for this one, I think that I would press the button because I can think of lots of ways to improve the current system that we live in. Also, I really hope that people are able to see this in like decent quality because I have this pulled up in YouTube over on my end just so I can see the comments quickly. And it is very blurry right now. I hope that that is not the quality that is coming through for other people and just that my internet's acting slow or something. But let's see. We are now going to press the button. Oh, wow. It's an even split with just a few more people choosing to not press the button than choosing to. Wow. That is the closest split that I've ever seen. That is a difference of. Actually, wait, no. Oh, I was wrong. More people did press the button. My eyes just don't work. Wow. I think that's really cool. Um, I'm glad that some people here have appreciation for thick lads because that is definitely my aesthetic. I don't look particularly thick, mostly because of the clothes that I wear. Those keep me from looking like stick thin or whatever, but they also keep me from looking like super chunky. But I am thick. I'm also like somewhat tall. I'm about 5'7", so I think that I'm just over the average for men in the United States. I'm definitely taller than the average Hispanic person in the countries that I lived in. And because of that, I definitely didn't look especially thick, but over here on a scale of Aaron Burr versus Thomas Jefferson, how close is it? I'm super excited that more and more peeps keep walking in and that folks are seemingly enjoying themselves. This is definitely a different kind of game than Mad Libs was. I feel like Mad Libs was a lot more interactive, but also like it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense in the chat when we did Mad Libs. And we're also going to do more Mad Libs. I think that I'm going to keep doing it. I just wanted to play a different kind of game today while I had a chill stream and while we had fun and we goofed off and stuff. Um, I'm very excited for us to just be chilling here and that so many people are just relaxing because that's the whole point of a chill stream. I really like them just because they enable me to have chances to be social, while also not derailing videos that I am in the process of doing or like live streams that I'm in the process of doing, which is what happened last Saturday. But yeah, so it seems like just a few more people would, just a few hundred more people would actually press the button than not press the button. Um, I think that's really exciting. I think it's neat that a lot of people would choose to actually change the society that we live in. Um, Also, this knot is kind of curious because you could very easily. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can. Oh, zooming in does help. Cool. Yeah. This is the first time I'm doing screen share on screen. I'm doing screen share on StreamYard. So let's see. Yeah. I hope that that can help a little bit. It definitely seems to change it on the little screen that I'm using to see things. So yeah. But yeah. That's that one. Let's go on to the next one so that way we can keep playing. Star Wars Episode 7 won't suck, but it's a musical. I actually really liked Star Wars Episode 7. I liked all of the new Star Wars movies, which is apparently a super edgy opinion. I don't really understand why it's a super edgy opinion, um, but it seems to be for a lot of people, so that's strange. But I am going to press yes just to see the results on this one, just because I'm kind of curious. But I actually really liked the Star Wars movies. I've talked about this with a few friends, including with Shy, but I have like a really edgy opinion when it comes to Star Wars movies. I really liked the prequels and I liked the sequel trilogy, and I wasn't like a huge fan of the original trilogy. I liked all of them, to be clear. I just like I just liked the prequels and the sequels. Yes, I like the prequels and the sequels more than the original trilogy. I had to think for a second to make sure I was getting that order right. I hope that's not like a super edgy opinion, but it seems to have been in all of the conversations I've been in. So, but yeah. So let's press the button. Let's see. Okay, so more people would prefer for it to not be a musical and apparently suck, judging from this, than are willing to make it not suck but be a musical, which is a very interesting opinion. I feel like we're living in a day and age where we can admit that musicals are fine. I actually really like musicals. Hamilton, the musical, is one of my favorite musicals of all time, but I listened to several, so I'm surprised that this went down the way that it did. Okay, so let's see. Oh no, I can't say that last word. It's YouTube. I'll be demonetized. I'll be canceled on YouTube if I say that last word. Great. You hate to see it. You are able to create any creature, any weapon, any tool, anything with the power of your mind, but you cannot create a girlfriend. And for the first 5 years, the only thing you can create are noodles. I will say that word instead of the word that is currently on screen. I am absolutely going to press this button. This is a rad power. I think that this is one of the coolest things that I've seen to date on Will You Press the Button? And I'm super excited that this is on my YouTube channel, just unironically. I legitimately enjoy that this is the one that appears before us. You'll love to see it. Oh, cool. So wow, that's a clear majority. I absolutely love that. Only 16,000 people would not, and over 55,000 people would. This is easily my favorite of the buttons that we've pressed so far, and you love to see it. Okay, okay, so you can shapeshift into any animal slash anthropomorphic thing that you want, but you can only do it 3 times. You are stuck forever as your third transformation, and you can only make the sounds of that animal. I would not press that one. That is a that That like butt thing is way too overpowered. Goodness. That is yikes. That's just yikes. That's all I can say about that one. Wow, over over 53% of people would and 47% of people wouldn't. That is yikes. That's just yikes. Yeah. Okay. You unlock the human potential in all its glory, and your sanity goes down the drain. And also, human potential. I actually, so for anyone who is curious as to where I got the idea for this for a chill stream, one of the reasons why I have decided to start streaming on Twitch is because of a Twitch person called 39 Daff, who is a Canadian Twitch streamer. I saw a video of hers because all of her videos have been getting recommended to a ton of people on YouTube over the last few weeks, where she played this game and she saw a whole bunch of typos. These are actually the first ones that I've noticed, but there's probably been more. If you follow me and you like read my stories, and some of the people here do, then you know that my spelling isn't always the hottest. So it's entirely possible that I have missed. I honestly think that I'm inclined to say that I would press it, but I'm gonna click I will not just to see. Yeah, that sounds about right because this right here sounds like the beginning of a Lovecraftian story, and those do not end well. So I'm just gonna be smart. I'm gonna be careful, and I'm gonna say that if I had that opportunity, I would choose caution. I honestly don't want to know what I would do if I was insane. Just I'm glad not knowing that personally. Okay, you get to rule the world, but you'll lose 30 years from your lifetime. Hmm. That one is really interesting. The only way that I would know for sure I would press this button is if I got to see how long I would get to live. If I got to see that I would live up until I was like 80 something, then honestly, I would press this button. But if I only got to see that I got to be like 66 without pressing this button, I would not do it because I'm already 25. I am already, by a lot of people's standards, quite old. I definitely don't feel like losing 30 years in my lifetime, but I'm going to go ahead and say just press the button just for the heck of it. Um, Also, the next time I do another, will you press the button? I will absolutely start it off zoomed in. I did not realize how much of a difference that made until just now. So yeah. Okay, you cure internet trolling forever, but the cure causes all cat photos, videos, and other cat content to be completely wiped from the internet and all electronic devices, never to be seen on the screen again. This is a very curious one because this sort of suggests that cats are the source of all internet trolling, which honestly checks out. Have you ever met a cat? They are kind of ridiculous. So that right there is definitely just one. That's a very curious one. I am not going to press the button. The comments, cats are evil, press the button. I wasn't expecting that to be the top comment. Also, I think it's funny just how close these two things are. There's not even a difference of 1,000 votes. It's wait, yeah, it's not even a difference of 1,000 votes. It's close to 1,000, but nice. Okay. Okay. You will invent something that everyone will remember for the next 500 years, but nobody remembers that you made it. So that one is very curious. Hey KCA, I hope you're doing well. It's not Wednesday, but it is Tuesday. Wednesdays are when I'm going to be on Twitch. So if you like seeing me do streaming things, I hope you check out my Twitch. The link to it is in the description. There's no videos yet, but there will be one starting tomorrow. So that's very exciting. It's very exciting for me anyway. I never imagined that I would be on Twitch, but here I am less than a day away from hopping over to Twitch. So that's cool. Also, that's a way for me to plug that my Twitch link is in the description. If you're enjoying the sort of stream, if you like the stories that I write, or if you just like seeing people break stuff, I definitely recommend it because I'm going to be playing Red Faction Guerrilla, which is one of the most single destruction heavy games I've ever played, and frankly, I'm in love with it. So let's see. You will invent something that everyone will remember for the next 500 years, but no one will remember that you made it. I'm going to say yes. Ooh, that's a nice clear majority. That is, oh wow, that's a difference of over 20,000 votes. Nice. I'm gonna assume, based off of the way that this is written, that you still get the money and stuff, and like your family is still fine. But so that seems like a pretty good deal. I would happily just not take credit for it. I think that's fine. I know that different people have different takes on this, but it do be like that sometimes. Let's see. You become handsome, but you become poor. Some of these are very silly, and I appreciate that they're here just because they're very silly. Um, Listen, Tria, I can't help that I'm the only healer. Other people need to learn to heal even when I'm not here. I'm sure. Actually, wait a minute. Can't you heal, Tria? I'm pretty sure you could probably heal. Aren't you like a druid in that campaign? Um this is a very curious one. I honestly feel like it needs more, so I'm gonna say I will not press this one. Yeah, because like it'd be different if it said guillotine if you don't press it. Sorry, Jessica. So with this one, I feel like if you want to press the button, it really should just push more for you. Like you become like supernaturally handsome, but you become poor. I like just becoming handsome in and of itself and also becoming poor, especially in like the United States, a country that doesn't care about people. Um, Yikes, you know? It'd be different if I lived in like a country that actually cared about poor people, like a social democracy or a good number of countries in Europe. Not all countries, but a good number of them. But I live in the United States, so nope. That's a being poor in the United States is a fate worse than death. And I know because that's me. Um, you save the world and make it a better place. You go down in history as a bad person. That is one of the ones where the comments are a trap and I am not going to read them. I can almost guarantee that there are some horrifying comments in something like this. I am going to press the button just because that is something I would do. I feel like that's the right thing to do in that sort of situation. If you're having fun, I hope that you leave a like in the video. That would help more people see it. This is a really fun time for me. I'm enjoying being very silly right now and just sort of chilling out. Later on in this week, I will take the second to plug the fact that I am going to be doing another live stream on Thursday. I am going to be doing my conflict chat, but I'm going to be doing a more focused version of it, just so that way people can actually see the points I was trying to make. So if you enjoyed the conflict chat, which was the conversation we had on Saturday, if you haven't checked that out, feel free to check it out. It's very chaotic though, so I wouldn't really recommend it. But if you do like seeing me on your screen and just hearing me talk about stuff, that's definitely a thing you can do, especially if you weren't there on Saturday, but it was a very chaotic conversation. I definitely think that pressing the button's the right thing to do. I think it would be worth being vilified as long as the world was actually saved. If there was like a real material threat and I was able to get rid of it, but then everyone was like, oh, you suck, that'd be worth it. Let's see. The ability to see well in darkness and resistance towards cold, but sunlight irritates your eyes and you are prone to sunburn. Frankly, I'm just gonna say yes. This is a really solid one. Sunlight irritating your eyes doesn't mean you go blind, and you being prone to sunburn is something that you can handle with sunscreen. So that's a really easy choice for me to make. Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's go on to the next one. I want to try and do a few more. I want to try and do like 2 or 3 more before I go ahead and shut this live stream down. I think it's cool that this is a shorter live stream than usual. I've just been having a lot of fun today, and people under 18 are unable to use the internet via a psychic barrier. YouTube comments are still shit. Honestly, I'm gonna click I will not, because the YouTube and a whole bunch of other internet sites are just really great, and as a kid I definitely used the heck out of them, so I think it would be kind of uncool if I was the arbiter and was like, hey, if you're under 18, no internet for you, just none whatsoever. No. I think that would be very mean. Oh no. This one is this one is great. You can kill anyone without consequence, but anyone can kill you without consequence. Oof. Just oof. I'm gonna click I will not. I'm Hispanic, I'm queer, and I'm an atheist in the United States. It'd be very easy for someone to kill me without consequence already. I am not going to go ahead and encourage that. Okay, so let's see. You become a genius and solve many world problems. You are damned to be morbidly obese until your death. That's an easy one. You just press that button. Sometimes some of these are very easy, just super easy. Solving many world problems is worth the consequences of being morbidly obese, just because you're helping other people. And I know a lot of people want to say no to that one, apparently, but those people suck and you shouldn't listen to them. So you save the world you save the world from corruption, but you're exiled from your home country and everyone in that country thinks of you as a traitor. I can think of a couple of real life people that could have just pressed this button in real life. So that is definitely a yes. I feel like some of these are definitely very easy. And others are just really not. So that's curious. But I do think that that's going to be the last one that we press for today, just because it's been a solid half hour and I don't really want to do this for as long as I normally do. This was just a really fun thing for us to do for a little bit. I'm hoping that the people who are over here had fun, and I hope that y'all have a great day. Remember that tomorrow and on Thursday at the same time, I am going to be streaming. So if you've been enjoying the content that I've been creating, if you are a big fan of the live streams, I definitely recommend you check out my Twitch, link in the description. And I also recommend that you check out the other spaces I'm in. There is, in fact, a Discord link in the description this time, so I don't have to be plugging it or whatever. And it is super neat. My Discord is surprisingly active. Lots of friends who are here are over on the Discord. Anyone who enjoys the content that I create in any sort of format is more than welcome to it. It's worth noting that the big thing over there right now is the videos that are made by myself and a handful of other people, as well as the story that I've been writing for a few months and the other story that I started writing pretty recently, a couple of weeks ago. I am going to be getting back to writing that just because these last few weeks have been so chaotic. But I am very excited that more and more people are joining our communities and that more and more people are checking out the content that I'm making. I hope that all of you have a great night, and I hope to see some of you over on Twitch tomorrow. We are playing Red Faction Guerrilla, and I promise it's going to be a wonderful, chaotic, and very gun and explosion heavy time. So if seeing me, of all people, blow stuff up sounds like something that intrigues you, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's going to be at the same time. It is going to be for a little bit longer than this. It's going to probably be for about an hour or so. And I am going to be doing that probably every Wednesday for the next couple of weeks until I find something more fun to play. I hope that y'all have a great night. Good night, everybody.